The kids think this is an absolutely strange bug, and yeah, it seems pretty strange, huh guys? Like some kind of, it's got a biting spine on its mouth for pushing into who knows what. Yeah, well, it's about, I don't know, not even a month old, these shoes, really, and here you got a little borium left, you know, this copper crap, you know, that's rather than the brass drill techs. And basically, if you're a horseshoer, you either know how to put borium on or you don't. You don't put it on with a torch. You put it on with a gas forge. And this is the crap you get when you don't put the right borium on the shoes. It's gone in a minute, and so's the shoe. So we'll have to replace those with some old ones that aren't worn out yet. But I mean, finding a shoer who really knows his stuff is hard to do. There's the Rosston Community Center, overgrown. Sort of odd. Big old church again. The Rosston Baptist Church. This is the 1st of November 2009, headed for Magnolia, Arkansas. These look sort of like a chicken farm. This guy's telling me they catch the chickens by hand when they ship them out. It's a lot of work. 4 chickens in each hand, 8 pounds per chicken, 60-some pounds, and then you go back and get 8 more of them. This is the road to Magnolia, Arkansas. Head across Arkansas to Mississippi. Cross the river at Greenville. Another beautiful day. Well, this is the Exxon and Odell and Paula's store in Willisville, Arkansas. Post office. 371 South. Now the little general store is closed on Sunday because I guess everybody's super religious. But when you go by their little houses on the road, they got a ton of dogs like things aren't safe. So I wonder what the religion does for them. Like everybody's religious and everybody's scared. That doesn't make no sense. Alright, so anyway, small town America where nothing's open on Sunday. And a dry county, of course. Lots of pine down here. Now this is different. This says a state sign says fatality accident 5/1996. That makes sense because it marks a spot and people can see what's going on rather than just a bunch of crosses that finally rot away and fall down and nobody has a sobering thought about it after a while. Yeah, this is a Pilgrim's Pride chicken farm. You know, these are like some kind of crab pear, you know, they ain't bad. Better than them little roadside persimmons. Yeah, it's an old Andrew Jackson military road, 1825, from New Orleans to the frontier forts of Townsend and Fort Smith. Yeah, Dockery's had a plantation here, T.P. Dockery. Became a general in a war between the states. Well, maybe it's time for another one. Here's Columbia Cemetery, established 1869. Big old headstones consistently. Here's Waldo, Arkansas. Most of the buildings are closed. This is Flamer's Beef and Soul, daily lunch special. Whole thing got too hot, a little too much flame. Well, some kind of maybe a mill or something. Not working anymore. Town of Waldo. They said go down to the cow that's on the roof. They sell burgers. Alright. People say there's not way much of jobs around here. There's a great old house. This must be the people who are keeping the road clean. The whole volunteer, get somebody to clean your road thing was a big scam in the first place. And we're at Magnolia. This is Southern Arkansas University. The light this evening is absolutely perfect. The full moon. I got fairly late into Magnolia because the time fell back and I was up actually an hour later than I thought, and just it was a slow day, you know. Yesterday was a lot of walking with the kids, and so today was a slow day for me. Somehow one of the stake ropes fell off the saddle in the dark. I don't know how far back, maybe a mile, 2 miles. And so I'm going to have to get another one. It was the one that was chewed all up, so it's not a big deal. I have to replace it. Anyway, so then I was trying to get a ride back to the bus, and finally a city cop picked me up and said, "Hey, where are you going?" And I said, "Oh, back to Rosston." And he said, "Oh, I'll give you a ride." And then he called the sheriff and said, "Hey, you running out that way?" And the sheriff said, "I could run him out." So he met up with the sheriff, and the sheriff got me out past Waldo. And normally I would have just got dropped at the light for that junction up to 171. And then I would have got a ride with somebody all the way up to Rosston. So anyway, he took me up there and was telling me about all the goings on. And then we heard over the radio that there was an armed robbery at the Camio movie theater. So we're like a mile north of Waldo. And he says, "Oh man, I got to drop you off because I got to go back." So he dropped me off, and so then I was really sort of stuck out there because there were no lights, and there's you know, it's not an intersection or something, so it's a little bit harder to get a ride. So anyway, I waited out there quite a bit, and finally these guys come by in a pickup truck, and they said, "Oh, we saw you today riding your horse. Where are you going to?" And I said, "Oh, Rosston." And they said, "Well, we're going the other way, but we're coming back, and if we see you, we'll pick you up." And so they left, and then about 10 minutes later they came back, and they said, "Oh, what the heck?" They said, "Don't want you standing out here." So it was already probably, 11 o'clock or 10:30. So they picked me up and run me all the way up to Rosston. And when I first talked to them, I gave them one of my cards, and they looked at it and decided they'd come back and get me. So they did, and so that was really nice. A couple guys out Fulton Road, I think it was called. And anyway, so we got the bus, got back. Hampton's on a short rope. I'll have to get another one when I get to El Dorado. And it's spelled El Dorado, which we're the next town over, but it's pronounced here El Dorado, and it's spelled Nevada County. Well, now this is Columbia County, but it's spelled Nevada County, but it's Nevada County. So anyway, we'll have to get another rope in El Dorado. I got that, and rig him up. Probably need actually a couple more ropes because sometimes I like to have them on quite a bit of length. So anyway, that was it was a long day, long evening getting back to the bus, getting back down to Magnolia,
feeding Hampton, hauling him water. He's quite a ways from the bus. And going in, getting food for the kids. So they wake up in the morning, there'd be food, you know. I hate that, you know, wake up in the morning, there's no food. You got to go get it, you know. You have to go to the store to buy something. It's like, yeah, I don't like that. And I like how my kids going through that. I can wake up and they can come out and just start eating something and feel good about it. And I have to, oh, we got to go run and get some food. So that's one thing we got taken care of. So anyway, tomorrow we're going to take off. I've got to catch up. I got to see about the front shoes for Hampton. The drill text is already gone. Is that copper stuff that they put on an organ and spare set of shoes, and it's just crap. I mean, you don't put a big chunk of drill text on there and slump it in the forge with some borax, flux. All the other stuff is just Mickey Mouse, and you'll get, you know, 200-300 miles. That's all you'll get out of it. So anyway, quite a day.